Yo, what's good, guys? Back with another one. I just want to speak to y'all as authentic as I can today, on where I've been, and yeah, what it's like to be back, and really just getting more serious on this video. Obviously, because it's my first video back, and honestly, just back on this channel as a whole, because I've really been gone. And I want to just let y'all know, like, insights on where I've been, what I've been going through, just so y'all have like insights and I don't leave y'all dry. So and I give y'all some closure and some real just game and where I'm at in my life. Obviously, as you can tell, I've probably matured a lot more, way more from the past couple videos. But that doesn't mean I still got that funny voice. I still got that, side of me where I can be silly. Obviously, we all do. But yeah, I just want to let y'all know where I've been. And it's a long story. Firstly, I've been still recording videos on other channels and stuff like that. I've really been. And if y'all aren't having a good day or a blessed day, I really hope y'all are. And this video can shed a light if you're going through any kind of dark time, a dark place in your life, or if you're going through any family situations, anything. I pray y'all the best for it. God has always been in the Word. God has always been here. And, we're just pushing God out no matter what, because to God, anything is possible. But, yeah, I've been recording on other, let's start somewhere else. Where have I been? That's a good way to start. Where have I been? I've been just in and out, basically. Not in and out, but back and forth with my life, just going through a roller coaster of ups and downs. And really, I want to be as authentic as I can, like I said, meaning I want to be as meaningful to you guys in the video, to reassure you guys in what I'm saying, and reassure you guys if you're going through the same thing as I am. So firstly, I lost this account. That's why I stopped uploading. Secondly, I still had the grind for YouTube, but there was a massive time where I had a break, and throughout that time, I was just going through a lot of transitions, a lot of learning, and one of the most things I've been going through is just relationship stuff, just being on NoFap, being on semen retention. I was more motivated to finally get in a relationship because, bro, eventually this stuff got boring. Like, I was just like, I want to experience something more, but eventually I did, and it's basically where I've been at in the past couple of months. I'm not gonna lie, your boy's been going through some heartbreaks, so I'm doing better on that, though. Like I said, I have God more than ever in my life to heal me through those traumas, and it takes time, obviously, to learn, and really just how to make myself feel better on the situation that I'm going through. Because I kid you not, guys, like, if you're in a relationship right now, I might even just change the title to that, because literally that's what I've been focusing on the past months, and it takes a lot of time, bro. The time just passes when you have fun. So yeah, one thing I will tell you guys is just keep praying to God that you're in the right place, the right relationship. A relationship is not only about fun. It's not only about because that's just a moment that you can appreciate, a moment that you'll just be there. It's temporary. It's not really actually enjoyable if it's not with someone who understands pain, if that makes sense. So you're gonna want to be with the right person, and trust me, for all you know, you never know how long that person is gonna be there for. If they're just there for the fun, trust me. Like, are y'all emotionally there for each other? Are y'all, you gotta look at them as your friends too. Like, you start off as friends and you build up. But what I mean is, you gotta look at each other as friends, as you gotta support each other through ups and downs, man. Being in a relationship isn't just about being there when it's easy, being there when it's fun. But I know y'all have heard this many times, but it's about being there when it's also challenging, when it's rough, when there's rough patches. And I feel like that's where Shorty started to lose interest in me, man. Things got a little challenging, and you know what? I don't blame her. I took accountability for myself. myself, I did get myself too invested into it. You know, I did fall for the fun times here and then, but I never forgot to pray. That's one thing I respect for myself, though, is having at least a little bit of self-respect. You know, you always thank yourself for something if you're doing something good in a relationship when those hard times come. Um, and why am I speaking on only the relationship? Because, like I said, this is what took place throughout most of these past 7 months. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I completely want to come back as real as I can, and from here on out, it's just more authentic videos on whatever y'all want. But I think this is really the appropriate way to start, because I'm not just gonna lie to y'all, come on here with a facade and try to act all perfect like I'm an angel, because that's how I used to try to be all the time. I mean, of course, no one wants to record when they're in a bad mood. I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna come on here angry every day. Of course I'm gonna try to work out and get myself a little going. But I also want to let y'all know what I'm going through and give y'all some insight and some closure for real. But yeah, back to the story. Like, what I was saying is just that when this relationship took place, I just got too invested, man, and that's where I messed up. I mean, it's not my fault though. We all get caught up on the fun. We all get caught up on the fun. We all get caught in on the intensity of it. And when things got hard, that's when it just started to lose balance. That's when it started to lose balance. And I'm listening to the music. But I lost interest, basically, and bro, this makes me emotional. Okay, so that's where I lost interest. I mean, where she lost interest. Yeah, I'm even with a mix of my words, but shorty lost interest basically as soon as just, bro, and we men, but bro, we have feelings too. Like, I'm not gonna lie, we all have feelings too. I'm not gonna act all macho man on here. Like, us as men, bro, we can hurt too. We're all humans. Therefore, nobody's perfect. And one thing I will say is, when times got hard, and this is why I say I won't blame her, because basically when I was talking to her, man, I started to realize this cycle just, and she had an ex, mind this, guys, she had an ex, so I'm not bringing up her name, but she was brought him up constantly, and I didn't realize that, bro, if you enter a relationship and that person had an ex, or not even just that, but they have some kind of emotional trauma, bro, you gotta realize that people gotta heal from that stuff first in order then to be in a relationship, because it's gonna be challenging. You're gonna have to deal with their emotions, and I know guys like to put up with that, because guys kind of like it when girls disrespect them, and that's kind of having no self-respect for yourself, I'm not gonna lie, I was a simp. I was sometimes, that's what I'm saying, I got invested into the fun. When I say fun, not only laughing, but just being all cuddly and stuff like that. But and that's where I think she lost respect for me a little bit. And we bounced back a couple times, but here and there was just difficult. And I would say that, oh my gosh, I'm losing my train of thought, but I'm trying to remember the story. But basically, me and her, we made up a back and forth. We took times off, just like many couples do. And every time we got back, bro, something will not work out. And that's what I'm saying. When you would take space to try to grow and work on something in a relationship, bro, things just go bad. And that's where I messed up. I was being too kind. I was being too much of a baby, kind of like my dog right now. And he's fine. He's free. He's off the leash. But he just likes to be inside. But it's just like, man, I've been going through a lot of stress. I've been dealing with that. I've been doing way better, man. And it's part of life. It happens, Sometimes you gotta learn to give things a break, You just never know if it's the right one. But that's what I'm saying. Never get too invested in this life, man. Never get too comfortable. Because that's how you break. That's how you get hurt. If I could explain this way better, I would. But right now, I'm just in a place of I'm in a place of just anxiety, bro. Cause, like I said, I'm a man, but bro, it has hurt me to the core, bro. And I never thought I'd make a video like this, but I just want to give y'all closure in case y'all relating, and to give y'all a lesson too, what I've been learning. But yeah, just never get too invested, cause then you'll have more traumas. In the parts where I messed up is not, being an actual man and actually taking accountability. And honestly, I blame myself for not letting her take accountability, because I gave her chances too, coming back and accepting her apologies. But what did you actually learn? What did you actually, And I'm not saying, maybe for some people it'll take more time to heal, man, because for her, she recently had an ex. So I feel like my situation is probably different than y'all's if y'all aren't in a relationship. But man, this is devastating just talking about it. But in order you can't really run from the problem. You gotta face it and learn how to get through it. And once you do, man, it's just enough times where you've talked about it, you at least had a friend to talk about, because it is good to talk to somebody. You shouldn't dwell no more. You shouldn't dwell on the past, because it's only gonna leave you stuck. And that's what I'm saying. Don't take them back fully, man. I mean, if you feel like y'all had a connection and something like that, you could possibly, but don't get too invested right away, bro. Just take it slow as friends, because the same thing's gonna happen over and over again. But if you don't want to suffer and go through the same thing, have some self-respect, man. Just learn, just at least try to take what I'm saying and apply it to your life. If you're planning or if you're in a relationship, I don't know how long it's been lasting, if you're in one right now, if you're currently in one, but bro, in this life, I don't even know if we're supposed to be depending on other people or for our happiness, because then you even lose self-control and self-respect. So just realize that you gotta love yourself first, man. If you don't even know what self-love is, and you're starting to love somebody, bro, how do you expect not to get hurt? I mean, it happens to all of us. You at least gotta go through it once, so you at least know what it feels like and you learn. But one thing I will say though is God will never let you down. God will never let you down. I'm glad I can at least have somebody to vent to, because bro, it still does hurt. Like, you know how you just start talking to somebody. Like, I'm gonna keep it honest. We've been still talking, bouncing back. I feel like the problem was she just has traumas, and I gotta let her heal from them now. I just been blinded by the fun, and I got too invested. And sometimes you gotta learn to give people space. I'll take fault at it though, but there was many times in the past where I should have already just completely just took time for myself, man. It got dangerous, It changes your personality whenever you get so invested into someone. And I'm not gonna call her toxic, but she was kind of like one of those moody people. And shawty, you watching this? Then I'm not trying to aim at you in a mean way, but hey, we're all human beings, and I'm saying everything in the most respectful way. But that's how most girls are. That's how some girls are. You know how they get moody, get a little in their attitude. Maybe it was because of the period, I don't know, but to a point where you start to be disrespectful though, and just started act different, bro. It was just a lot of signs, just a lot of mixed signals, and a lot of things, man. Like, one thing I'll say is that one moment, I understand people will say that they're not actually like that, but it makes no sense when you see them talking nice to somebody else. But I learned to forget, and there's a plane above me, so now I gotta be quiet. But that's the thing that honestly helps me at least focus in moments and forget. Y'all hear this all the time, is focusing on yourself and not getting distracted, not getting caught up on them. And that's just the one thing that I learned is just forgiveness and focus on yourself, bro. But one thing I encourage y'all to do is don't get invested too much. Bro, we're all humans. We all have the tendency to react, and um, we all have the tendency to react, and really just let it get the best of us. Let situations get the best of us. Um, and I did too. I'm not gonna lie. As a man, I learned a lot in this relationship. I learned how to have more self-control, how to be more gentle. Cause I'll tell y'all, I'll give y'all some quick game. Like, never react out of anger on a woman, bro. No matter, even if you're a girl. This goes for girls too. Like, I know girls mainly lead off their emotions. Some of us guys do too. Probably most. But never lead off of your emotions, bro. It can be dangerous. It can lead to unwanted things. You'll probably say something that you do not want to say. So just realize, do not lead off of your emotions. That's what I did many times, and bro, it does not get you anywhere. The woman, she'll just look at you like a crybaby. She won't actually really even care. She'll just probably look at you weak, and it's not like you're wanting to look strong, but you just gotta learn to realize that it's not worth it, man. And plus, it's gonna make you feel weak at the end. It's only gonna affect you in the end. In the long term of things, you're gonna go to bed and lay your pillow on that bed at night. You're gonna feel worse about it than she probably is, bro. She'll probably still feel bad, but it's better to just be silent, you know. And we did get to that point where we're doing the pullback, comeback thing, but it's like even then, bro, I feel like she still didn't need healing, because I was the one who was actually trying to learn and apply what I was going through in the relationship to my life, bro. Like, there was a certain point where I couldn't eat. I was just trying to study what was going on. Like, comment if y'all can relate. But I was just like writing down what I was going through, right? Even praying what I was going through. And that's what I recommend, though, journaling and praying, bro, so you reassure your mind. And it makes you feel like you just, and it's important to do these things anyway, so you have remembrance. You don't gotta go. So if you go through it again, you'll be like, I went through this. I know this isn't the first time. Either way, you don't want to go through this again. So if you're currently being with someone who's disrespecting you, bro, I would probably say just take time away from them and just let them realize that they're in the wrong, bro. Because if you just keep coming back, they're just gonna keep using you, bro. Taking your kindness for weakness, and you don't want that. And if it's someone who truly cares about you, respect you, they'll make time for you. But my relationship, I don't know, that's just how mine looked like. I mean, besides both of us having, some girls having mood switches sometimes and using all that as an excuse, bro, you can't use these things as excuses. We let these things slide. Like I said, I let these things slide because I was a simp. It's normal here and there. Like I said, we're all humans. We all have the tendency to be in our emotions, and that's the thing too, bro. Lack of communication. That's what I realized. She didn't have no lack of speaking, even putting effort into it. That's where I realized, I take accountability for some part. Like, I would say it's 50-50, bro. For her part, I feel like she has to learn some stuff, like how to actually communicate, bro. And that's for most women, bro. Like, don't try to put these women on pedestals to a point where you really, like, you'll be so kind to her, you'll let her slide on many things. No, bro, it has to be both effort, Not just love, but some kind of emotional support, and just, you both gotta be on the same thing, bro. Just basically like a spirit connection, and when you have a connection to somebody, you just feel it, bro. It's probably that you won't stop thinking about them. And that's basically me almost every single day. But I'm learning to just not only think about the good times, but the more you focus on God, bro, he'll steer your direction in a different way. Like, he'll control the thoughts that you don't think you can't even control. He's a supernatural. Keep in mind of that. We are only natural human beings, only designed to do so much, bro, in this physical reality, because we're only meat. But You may still be able to think of her, but God will give you many reasons and many whys, and to save y'all from future trauma, from future. Because keep in mind, don't be satisfied by the good times, bro. That's just one moment. That's just a good time. If you're just focused on that, that's not for the long term benefit of things. You're basically just asking to be friends at that, bro. You know, you're just going out hugging, kissing, going to see movies. Man, what is this relationship actually benefit? Am I actually feeling like I'm getting, um, that's the thing, you gotta focus on the spiritual and the mental things, bro, not just physical, not just what can I get some of them cheeks, bro. Nah, you gotta focus on spiritual and a mental connection, bro. Like, what does she offer for the long term? Is she able to have my kids? Bro, if I'm talking about marrying a girl, she has to be worthy of what's this, bro. Like, in here, like, I'm being serious, man. I'm trying to like let you guys know. Although we probably all experienced, and y'all probably experienced this already, even to the younger generation, because we don't have. It's not like we have guidance, bro. Growing up, I had a lot of traumas growing up as a kid, and so I feel like our parents didn't really like. Some of our parents, at least, I'll say mine. Like, not bashing my mom. I still love my mom, and I still find reasons to forgive people, even if they didn't play their part in my life, because that's the only way to let go of baggage. But yeah, maybe some people couldn't play part in our life, and maybe because they had traumas too. So in reality, bro, we are struggling in this game. I mean, it's up to you to try to get knowledge and apply it to your life. But yeah, it can be a traumatic experience if you in love with somebody and they block you, man. It's like your whole world, and you give your all to this somebody, and it's not like they turn their back on you, but there's millions of thoughts that what could it be? Why did they do this thing to me, bro? I was really thinking every single morning for at least 3 days straight. But praying helps me. Really watching no contact videos, really doing all that stuff, and every single day just reassuring my mind that it's gonna be okay. And that's what it takes, though, is just being reminded and being calm about the situation. But yeah, also healing from those traumas, man. If you haven't even healed from your traumas, then I wouldn't even think it's safe to be in a relationship. Like, if we're talking about marriage, bro, like, me personally, I want that, but y'all aren't aiming for that. Heal from your traumas. Just learn to. Either way, that's what this life is about, man. Like, I feel like even relationships can be a distraction, and it is painful once you've attached yourself to somebody, because it's like now they're your happiness. They're like a drug, kind of like X said, except I got Tupac on my shirt. But it's like now they're your drug or your happiness. So once you let go of that, but it's painful, it's traumatic. But how are we ever gonna live a good life and actually know who's right if we're not patient or trying to go through that, bro? I feel like God will just attract something. Mine is patience, but I pray for y'all the best, you know. Let me know what y'all are going through too. If y'all are still on this channel. Looking at my dog right now. I really do love you guys, and that's not the only thing I've been going through, is relationship. But yeah, just so you can prepare yourself, put yourself first. Just imagine, if I put myself first through everything I go through, bro, ain't nothing stopping me. If you focus on yourself and create enough love to a point where all you love is yourself, and in order to do that, you need strength from God, bro. You can't, ain't nobody, like, I couldn't have done this by myself. So I always ask God for strength, and He made it sense to me. Like, if this video doesn't make sense, go and pray after this video, bro, and ask for the divine, for strength. And so that's really how I made it through, bro, thick and thin. But I admit that I learned a lot of lessons from having more self-control, having more self-respect, and just loving more gentle, bro. and learning to not lead off of my emotions, because ain't nobody gonna help me on them but me. That involves, bro. It involves a lot of sacrifices to be better in this life. Like fasting, bro. I started fasting, and that's the thing. That's why I give myself a lot of. I love myself for doing this, though, even during the relationship. Like fasting, bro. Sometimes I did that. At least trying to eat healthy, working out sometimes. Communicating, building communication. Like you gotta have some friends to talk to. I know they say isolation is good, but bro, when this breakup happens, you need somebody to talk to. At least vent to every now and then. And if not, that's why I say build a relationship with yourself. So that way you, in the end, in the long term of things, bro, you already have yourself. You already have God to talk to. Build a relationship with God, most importantly. And that's mainly where I've been at in the past 7 months too, bro. Like more off of social media, obviously, a little more at least. Like I said, I took a couple months off of YouTube. Probably still watching some videos, but at least more like more focused, because as soon as I started getting myself into meditation and growing with God, bro, just making sacrifices, and bro, I would pray through this relationship, and I feel like it's what's been motivating me to go through a lot of stuff, because like I said, it was my only happiness. I feel like growing up, I've never really had a support system or anybody to really talk to. I least vent to, and that's why I'll give this girl, bro. I vent to her every single day. I know it sounds like I'm obsessed and I'm clinging. I'll admit it. And I was attached, of course. But who wouldn't be, bro? Especially if it's your first time and you had no guidance from your parents. Like, I'm not no therapist. I'm really speaking to y'all truthfully from my experience. But I'm able to teach y'all from my experience, at least, so y'all don't make. And if you do, at least you know that you're not alone. And that's the thing that really helped me too, bro. That's why I watch these no contact videos. It's to know that facts, that I'm not alone. The hardest thing is to do the hard things, bro. The easiest thing is to do the easy things. I'm not saying it's easy, bro. Everybody wants love. Everybody wants love. And it's not an easy thing, bro. It's rare to find true love, but it takes sacrifice. It takes sacrifice for yourself, self-respect, self-love. This is why I'm even making this video, bro, because I want to find my worth again. I want to, at least throughout the time where we're not talking, I'll update y'all if y'all really want to know. Right now, we're not talking, and I just don't see it like we're talking for any minute again, because she has family situations. Either way, her family is strict. But there's no excuses, bro, to try to be in a relationship. I mean, you shouldn't let people around you determine what you want in life. If you know your family is encouraging you to do something that you don't want or like, bro, then don't do it. Like, what are you doing it for? And that's the thing, bro, just having less codependency on it. I'm not saying it's bad to talk to others, bro. Keep going outside, you know. If y'all on self-improvement, which I'm assuming if you're watching this video currently, if not, and you're just here for a relationship reason, because I'm probably gonna name this title. Probably just what I've been through in the past 7 months. Relationship, I don't know, but that's besides the point. I'm just saying, talking to people is still good though. So that way you at least have some kind of relationships. Bro, you could even be with your mom. Like I said, maybe your parents haven't been there growing up, but just think positive. Think of this is life. You just don't want to exist like just to exist. You want to live for the opportunities around you, bro. People literally lead to opportunities. And that's what I realized learning, just growing with God, is that, bro, none of this stuff in life means anything, bro. That's why when I was in a relationship and I was going through heartbreak, bro, my heart was broken. For the first couple of days, I didn't even want to eat. I didn't even want to sleep, because I realized how much that person means to me. So that's what I'm saying. Focus on the internal things first. The things inside of you, and you'll have more realizations. Like, it's not even worth to be rich. And just to say to y'all, you might be in the right place of your life right now. It's not even worth it to be rich, to be all that right away, have a Bugatti, Lamborghini, whatever. The most women, once you just find your soul, bro, once you learn to find yourself and find love and nourish yourself, you'll realize that it's more worth it to find yourself than, because you'll gain more self-control, and you'll realize how these things don't even impact you, how more empty you feel even getting these things, how worse you feel just contributing to society, bro. You feel like a piece of doo-doo, bro. You feel like a piece of gum on the bottom of that table you pull down. Okay, that was a weird example, but y'all know what I mean. Life without purpose is nothing, and sometimes it is boring, though. You know, it's gonna be boring at first. You're gonna have to be bored. You're gonna have to, if praying and all that stuff, you know, it's obviously like underrated nowadays. So of course it's probably gonna be a little new to you, which means you're probably not gonna be used to it right away. But I promise you, bro, it'll start to make sense as you just build that relationship. You don't even gotta go to church. It's free. All you gotta do is just put your hands together and say, Heavenly Father, I pray for all these viewers watching this video that they get through whatever situation they're going through, and they make the best out of their life. Amen. And it's challenging too, bro, because it's painful. Like I said, who wants to speak only about pain? Who wants to, bro? That's why we live in so much of escapism, because we just want to escape pain. We want to feel good. We want dopamine rushes online, getting validation from others. But when it comes to facing ourselves, let me give y'all some more examples. We want women validating us. Sometimes we want substances to make us feel good. Sometimes we want to get high. Sometimes we want candy, to give that sugar rush. Bro, these little things may not seem like anything, or it may not make sense, but I promise you, it's called instant gratification. Once you give into these things, bro, you feel good for a reason. Why do you think you feel at your lowest, or you feel weird when you give all that stuff up? Like I said, called fasting from earlier. Because you know that that's not you. You know that you're not used to that stuff. So if you were to give all that stuff up and start following God, and I'm not saying like literally it's just baby steps. That's really all it is. And bro, y'all can start this journey today with me. We don't even gotta start on New Year's. Whoever sees this video today, bro, and y'all are my motivation. I'm gonna be honest. It's not easy when you don't have no kind of push or reminder to keep going. And that's why God's there. God will send opportunities your way. But it's still up to you to get off your butt, get yourself up. Maybe watch a motivational YouTube video, but make some kind of commitment. I'm not saying you gotta put in the grind all day, but that's why I said baby steps. Get up, at least make your bed. That's it. Even if it's just making your bed. But think how much relief you'll feel after you do that. You'll feel so much relief, bro. Rather than if you just sat there all day, you'll feel more regret. And I heard this one quote. I would say it differently, but it says, either suffer through doing the things, suffer now and live later, which I would rename it to do the things that are hard now and live later, or chill later, or chill now and feel regret later. And that just applies to whatever you're doing. Like, if you have a journal, just take notes on this stuff, man. It really helps. But the more that we chill now, bro, the less we're gonna chill. Just think about how much quicker you could have been there. By the time I'm maybe even 20s, because we have all this technology, bro. But instead we're using it as a distraction. Who am I to blame, though? I'm going through that right now. I'll take accountability, bro. That's something I gotta start doing better. It's just being more present. Where I'm at right now, you know, it's easy to it's easy on semen retention and all that. I don't gotta worry about that because I feel like I'm doing good on that. But where I'm at right now in my life is just refocusing my mind on what's really important. Just getting my life started, man. Just taking things more serious, spending more time on journaling, like at least 2 hours a day. The most I be doing is probably going for a walk and meditating, bro. Everything else, I just been focusing. Before the video, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, bro. I'm not perfect. I'm just speaking to y'all from my experience. It's like I lost all motivation even breaking up, bro. Like, that's why I say, if y'all are going through any breakups, anything like that, it's not easy, I promise you. You know, like I said, when you don't have no push, and that was my push. But that's why I feel like we talk to people, and it's as hard as it seems, no one's gonna be the bigger person in our life, so we gotta do it for ourselves. Who do you see actually around you is gonna give you a handout or answer your questions? I'm not calling people fake around you, but if they truly care as much as you did, they would have been trying to really guide you. And I'm not talking physically, like give you some food in your mouth. I'm talking mentally, like they give you that closure, kind of like a leader, for example, bro. Like a leader's gonna lead. He's not gonna follow everybody else. So you just gotta realize it's a fly. Be your own leader, bro. Don't follow the crowd. Don't never be afraid to follow. I've been a leader my whole life, and guess what? I don't fit in, but that at least tells me that maybe I'm the one that's meant to help others. Maybe I'm the one that's put in position to pave the way. Now, that doesn't mean I'm the main character in everybody's stories. Don't get it twisted, but it just means that I should, and don't even let it get an ego boost or think that you're special. Ain't nobody special, bro. We're all gonna die one day, and that's obvious. But to say the least, just realize your worth every single day. Get up and be grateful for something, even if it's hard. Just understand you're a strong human being, bro. You don't need substances like everybody else to keep you going. You don't need to turn up to make you feel good. You don't need none of that, bro. You're actually getting it from God. And that's probably why it's taking longer, bro, because it's more authentic. Love y'all. Peace.